Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Today, as per usual, we watched Kelsey on Monday, and today we're here to watch Courtney. This is a live stream that I got a few months ago at this point. If I remember correctly, this was almost 2 hours long. We're not gonna sit here for the whole thing. No way. I think I skipped forward a few minutes in the beginning because she was talking about something not really relevant. And then I recorded about 20 minutes or so. I was having issues with recording as well. It would freeze and it wouldn't move, and then I would have to exit and go back into the app and start again. So I was experiencing some difficulties. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. It's a nice way that you can support my channel if you would like. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. Let's just start.
I need to mix some ketones. I meant to have this already done. I grabbed my book today, Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. If you guys have read it, you can drop me in the comments below. And 11:17 a.m. in Australia down under, mates. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Which part of Australia are you in? I have yet to go. I haven't gone yet. But I've got some places to be, okay? I know it's very warm and sunny there. Summertime for y'all. Okay, so, ooh, it's like powder right there. Limoncello. I grabbed this book because one of the tips that I heard from my best friend a long time ago is to open your books, and if you have them open in front of you, you will end up reading them more. So that's what ended up happening to me with The Obstacle is the Way earlier. Not that book, but this one right here. The cover's not on it. And I opened it to the part where it's like, when you hit these obstacles and you're faced with, it was like talking about the World War II and just like the I don't even remember exactly what it was talking about, but it inspired me to come here and talk and go live about it because it is the one thing mindset wise that changes everything.
She was very inspired by something. She came on live to talk about it, but she doesn't even remember what exactly she was inspired by. Is that why this is a 2-hour live stream? Because she has no idea what she's talking about. What else is new, am I right? In my opinion.
Just everything about how to get from where you're at to where you're going with a stronger mindset. It's knowing that the obstacle is the path that you are meant to walk down. It's not the obstacle telling you you're not meant to go down that path. The obstacle is actually there to say this is exactly where you're meant to be. This is exactly what you need to break through. You need to release this. This is something that's not serving you. I know that it's coming up as this pain point for you, and it feels like it's an obstacle. It feels like it's something that you have to overcome. And it is because you are meant to face it head on. You're meant to release it. You're meant to break through it. You're meant to, maybe it's generational trauma. Maybe it's something that you've been holding on to all your life that you need to let go of. You need to forgive. You need to release. And I think it's like so many of us don't even know where to start because we don't ever acknowledge these deep rooted obstacles that we have in our way. And it is what blocks us. It's like what blocks our subconscious. Our subconscious, we might be thinking that we want certain things, right? But we run into these roadblocks, we run into these obstacles, and it's our subconscious.
As somebody who has generational trauma, definitely. I have been to therapy as well because of this, for years and years of therapy. If you have something like that you're dealing with, I can tell you right now that Courtney cannot help you. Like, listening to her for 2 hours, ranting and losing her train of thought all the freaking time is not gonna help you deal with your generational trauma. That's just ridiculous.
Reminding us, hey, you can't get what you really want in life. You cannot bring to you and attract the energy that you're looking for just by becoming a different version of yourself. You have to allow your mindset to shift, or you don't ever actually become that different version of yourself. You can take all the actions all day long. You can align yourself in ways with your actions to get the things that you want. But if you are not shifting the way that you look at situations, and you're not becoming aware of the subconscious programming that's in your mind, you will never be able to manifest or attract or align yourself with what you truly, truly want. So if you feel like there have been years that you've been trying to achieve and accomplish these certain goals for yourself or change your life and you're not doing it, it is because your subconscious is stopping you. Your subconscious is blocking the energy. Your subconscious is cutting off the cord from where you're at to what you're trying to pull into your energy bubble, right? You're like trying to get it closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to you, but your subconscious isn't aligned with the energy of what you actually want. And there's this visualization I shared in my stories that kind of goes over, there's the two different types of people, okay? You can imagine, a very, very positive energy, okay, is going to be this bluish, it's purple, but it's going to be like a blue energy, right? It's going to be a blue vibrational energy. This is kind of funny because this is going to be the,
Is that purple? Because I see blue. What do you guys see? Blue or purple?
but it's like sunshine, so it's kind of doesn't really work, but it does, okay? So, you are this color over here, and she uses orange to blue, okay? Or maybe it's red, right? You're this color over here, and you can't attract something that doesn't align with your energy. This is the color of your energy now, but you're trying to attract things that are this color energy, right? Money, or the car that you want, or the relationship that you want, or right? Whatever it is. But your subconscious programming causes your energy to not match what you want. So you have to work really, really hard to change your color of your aura, to change the color of your thoughts, to change the color of the energy that you're putting out. Gotta work at it. It's not just gonna happen overnight. And it doesn't happen without you becoming aware, letting go of the things that do not serve you. Stop doing the things that don't feel good to you. Why is my voice vibrating I'm like singing that? and stop doing it, and then do more of the things that feel really, really good to you. That's how you step into the most authentic version of you. That's how you know what you want versus what you don't want. Some of you guys can't even figure out, what is my vision? Where am I going? What does my future look like? Some of you can't visualize anything. It's because you have programmed your brain to not be able to do that. And now I will say, I'm a visionary, okay? I am a person who can visualize things very easily. I am not a logical brain. I'm not the person that breaks down the steps and has to take the big picture and bring it all the way back to the step one. I'm not that person. I'm the big picture person, and I need somebody to ask me questions so I can break it down to the first step. Like it just is what it is, okay? I don't know what I was trying to say. I was trying to say cheese. Okay.
So much for that focus and mental clarity, eh? I mean, she's not as bad. At least she's talking. There was live streams that I've covered where she barely could speak at all. So I at least she's talking, I guess. But then again, like, this is almost 2 hours long. So it's too much. I feel like there is no middle. Like, there's no boundaries with Courtney's content.
My vision for what? I got lots of visions.
Boundary, balance. There's no balance. That's what I meant.
I can see, like, something that I have. I'm going to share something with y'all I haven't spoken publicly about. Not fully. But I have this massive vision of connecting people all across the world. Like, I am meant to get people on the same page. That is my soul mission. Like, I am meant to bring people together and get them on the same page. I have such a magic gift inside of that. And when I watched Moana 2, I just felt like my spirits, my guides, my ancestors were talking to me. I'm not Hawaiian. Okay. Not at all. But I felt this pull and this, like, calling, like, placed in me as I'm watching that. And she's talking about, you're a wayfinder. Like, Moana, you're a wayfinder. I'm like, oh, yes. Like, I'm crying in the movie, and I'm just, like, feeling all the feels. And she's like, you are meant to connect the people across the oceans. And I was like, I'm meant to connect the people across the seas and the oceans. And I just started getting this bigger vision of, like, where we're going. And I was reading back in my goal journal, and I thought it was 2 years ago, you guys, this manifestation journal that I was writing in. and casting my vision. And I remember thinking about like, okay, what are the things that I have to stop doing? What are the obstacles that are in?
First of all, this is a grown woman being inspired by a cartoon to connect all the people in the world and bring them to the same page. What the hell does that even mean? How are you gonna achieve that with what is she talking about? Does she mean pruvit ketones? She's supposed to get the people overseas? What exactly does she mean? Like connect people and get them on the same page? I feel like I'm wasting my time by trying to figure out what she means, because I feel like she doesn't even know herself. And I think it's a little bit concerning, in my opinion, to see her like that. I really think she could benefit greatly from getting therapy and like talking to a professional.
My way. And I thought it was 2 years ago. Guys, it was last year. It was after I had done, I was like going on my, I started a 90-day run in the beginning of 2023, but like, I was traveling a lot. And then it just didn't look the same as it had looked in 2022. So in 2023, it was a lot of traveling in the beginning of the year. There were retreats, there was our Bahamas trip, better trip that we had. Bahamas? Yes. And then Jesse Lee got hit with diagnosis on the way home from that trip. And so everything kind of shifted in terms of what my focus were. And then I reset myself and I looked at this, and when I wrote this down, and it was actually like May of 23 or something, or maybe April of 23 when I started writing these things in here. And I realized some of the triggers that I had been ignoring my whole life. Oh, is that the two thumbs? Yes. I forget. It's an iPhone setting if you didn't know. Okay. It's not something that, it's not just on platforms. It is on iPhone. Yes or yes. Okay. What's the next one that there is? This. Okay, I think there's one more. Oh wait, no, I already did that. Thumbs, peace signs. I don't know. Is the 3 one? I'm getting distracted. My ADHD is really coming through here. Is there a number 1? No.
Has she ever been actually diagnosed with ADHD, or is she just saying that? I'm just curious.
There's one that I forgot what it is. Anyways, the heart, the peace sign, the thumbs. Nope, I forget. There's one more that I don't remember how to do it. Thumbs down? Oh, thank you. It's cloudy over here, but then it's like lightning over here. It was crazy. Okay, so bring me back. I read some of the things that I had wrote down that were not serving me, some of the things that were triggering me. And this was like, guys, in 2022, I made a decision to be more decisive. And I trained my brain and my subconscious to make faster decisions, because you have to bring your subconscious into the conscious. You make decisions in your conscious brain, right? But you bring information from the subconscious. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be more decisive. Where do I start with that? I've read something, heard something, learned something, that if you want to be more decisive, start by looking at the menu when you sit down at a new restaurant or whatever, it's same restaurant, and choose what you're gonna eat within 30 seconds of looking at that menu. Done. Okay? Practiced it.
All right, this is where it paused for me, so.
Favorite, what's the most popular? What do people order a lot? And then you kind of have to know for yourself, this is also really important, what kind of food are you looking for, right? So sometimes depending on the menu, they might ask you like, oh, are you looking for sweet? Are you looking for savory? Are you looking for whatever, right? And so that helped me so much. It changed everything for me when I could go in, sit down at a new restaurant, and also not make I don't eat the same thing all the time, although I am a creature of habit. That is what I will do very, very often. But when it comes to choosing something off of the menu, okay, and I'm going for a new experience, I like to go based off of the recommendations, and this changed my entire experience everywhere I go. And there's a couple of things inside of that, because if you really think about how you typically act and show up and the actions you take when you sit down at a restaurant, my favorite meal I've ever eaten. I went to dinner with someone, and I was like, you know what?
This is again why I think Courtney, she's not really qualified to talk about. Like, how can she be a life coach when, in my opinion, she doesn't seem to have her shit together in her own life? This is same with like Kelsey trying to be like a personal trainer and whatnot, when she doesn't have her shit figured out with her wellness and fitness and nutrition and whatnot. Again, in my opinion, just from what I'm seeing from their live streams. But I really think that it's not that great. Like, okay, you can try to be more decisive and whatnot. This is a good step to start with, but that doesn't mean that you doing that is going to affect anything else in your life. It's really not that simple, and it's a really, really gray area. Like, for myself, I'm a creature of habit as well. I'm really picky with food. I almost always order a same meal. Even if I'm going to new restaurants, I'm gonna keep trying that same meal that is my favorite and that I know that I like. But that doesn't mean that I'm not fast to make decisions in other, like in my career. I quit my job, my full-time job, to be a freelancer. Being a freelancer, it's not easy. There is a lot of things, like you don't have the same paycheck every month. You have to find clients. You have to, like, you're on your own, you know, you do your own taxes. I could get an accountant, but I do my own taxes. So it's not really, you know, the fact that I'm not decisive. I will look at the menu for way too long sometimes as well, and then I just end up ordering the same old food. So the fact that I'm not maybe the most decisive in that area doesn't mean that I'm like that in other areas of my life. So I don't know. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is this 2-hour live stream is kind of a waste of time, but hey, that's my opinion.
You order for us. Best meal I've ever had my whole entire life. Like, I didn't have to think about nothing. I didn't have to place no orders. The food was brought to me. I didn't even know what I was eating until I'm eating it, and everything was amazing. Oh my God, the best thing ever. I didn't have to think about it. Okay? Now, some of y'all are control freaks. Now, for me, I was like, I don't want to have to make all the decisions. I don't like how that feels. In this particular type of scenario, I just want to be able to sit back and have somebody else choose for me. That I can trust to choose for me, right? Don't just, some of y'all are
I did this recently. First time ever in my life, I let somebody else order food for me. But it was only because we were in Germany in a Chinese restaurant and the menu was in German and Chinese and not in English. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to trust you to order something for me. And it was great. It was really a good meal. And it was really like, oh my God, what am I gonna get? What, like, that anticipation. My control freak side did not like it, but the meal was great. So I agree with that. But again, what does that have to do with Pruvit? Why is Courtney life coaching us here? I'm not sure.
Panicking, okay? Like, you gotta be able to trust the other person to choose for you. But in business and things like that, I show up as a different version of myself. So understanding where can you take control and where can you let go of it, because the more places that you can let go of control and allow someone else to do it, the more capacity and energy and time that it frees up in your mind. The more energy that you can free up inside of your own mind, and you create more capacity and more space that you can hold more. And as you're able to hold more, you're able to take time to reprogram your subconscious mind, to allow yourself to let go of the stress and let go of the anxiety and let go of the certain perception that you have over what obstacles actually mean to you. Because you have to let go of the perception. If you change your perception, if you change your perspective on what you're looking at, it will literally change. Reality is up to 2 million things at any given point. Reality is the physical things that you're looking at around you. And the craziest thing is that everything is electromagnetic. It's electromagnetic physics, right? Everything is science. You are creating what it looks like inside of your mind. And the way that I'm visualizing it is going to be like, it's only unique to the way that I'm seeing it. Hello, darling. How are you, Jen? What do you mean? Why do you always need to be a different version of yourself? No, that's not what I mean. I am not a different version of myself. What I mean is we all have, every single one of us, different part, even our brain, right, has masculine and feminine energy. And there are times when I need to be in control in my masculine energy, and there are times when I need to be in flow in my feminine energy and allow the feelings that I feel and the creativeness and the way that I just enjoy my life and I am like full of love and joy, that's my feminine. And I can't get into that space unless I release control, unless I surrender. Like the most powerful thing that you can give yourself is to be authentic. And you cannot become authentic unless you surrender, because there are too many things you cannot control. Too many things that you cannot control. So when it comes to the perception that you're looking at things, y'all have power. Y'all are all so powerful, and you ignore your power and you give it away to other people all the time, unknowingly. So take back your power, own it, be aware of it, calm your nerves. Understand that when you can just recenter yourself, again, this is my feminine. Okay, so it's yin and yang. It's bringing them both together. It is knowing that in relationships, it works best when one of you is in your yin and one of you is in your yang. Or if you're both in your yin, then you're vibing in your yin, right? But like somebody's got to take action or you ain't going to get anywhere. So funny. Jessie Lee loves to be in her feminine. When she realized that, she stopped controlling everything as much. And in our friendship, when it came to making decisions, that's also another way that I learned how to be more decisive, because she just didn't want to think about anything because she's done it all day in work and she did it like 100 times bigger than I did it. Now, I'm not comparing. I'm just saying the aggressiveness of her schedule.
This is where it stopped again. I don't know why I did that. That never happened to me before when I was recording. Maybe it's like a Facebook thing, or maybe it's her live stream because it's just so long. But yeah, I managed to make it go for another few minutes.
It's totally different. My capacity was totally different because I have kids pulling me left, right, and the other, right? And same thing for her. So both of us, if we're in the space where we didn't want to make any decisions, but we got to eat, somebody had to figure it out. And so we have to have that balance inside of ourselves, but then it's also important when action needs to happen and things need to be done, and it's you along with all these other people. Someone is going to have to shift their state, shift their energy, shift their thoughts, shift their perception of what's happening in order to take action, or no one's going to eat. Right? Okay. And if you can control your emotions, you no longer react, you respond. So this is so important, because your subconscious will trigger your conscious to feel something, and you don't even always understand where it's coming from. And when you can just allow yourself to what do I hear? I actually have music playing. Everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. I hear there's a lot of wind. I can hear it popping in the exhaust fan. It sounds like popcorn. I can hear my filter, air filter over there. What do you see? What do you notice? And when you do that, and you tap into your 5 senses, you become present. You're in the now. And the more that you can get in your now, in the now, oh, Dustin, I'll tell him you said that. The more that you can get in the now moment, the more powerful you become. The more connected you are to your emotions. The more you're able to control your emotions. The calmer you feel. The calmer you feel, the easier you tap into your power. The easier you tap into your power, the faster you find decisions. The faster you make decisions, the faster you find solutions to your obstacles. Because it's all electromagnetic energy. And if you are not calm, and you do not open yourself up to receiving those electromagnetic currency, I can't, my brain.
She takes ketones to drink it because she's losing her focus, isn't she? Nice, Courtney.
And then you can really practice understanding like the objective inside of the obstacle. Because it is coming to you for a reason. And when you can allow yourself to be like, if this were happening to someone else, like your best friend or someone you care about, and they brought it to you, do you feel like you might have a different perspective of it and be able to help them through it more than you could help yourself through it? And if you shift that, if you shift your perception, if you shift the way that you're looking at the situation, you begin to practice looking at it happening to someone else and removing yourself from the equation. And it will work for you versus against you. You begin to open up your mind to receiving the information, receiving like sometimes those thoughts will just come out of nowhere. If you're already doing a lot of the things that I'm telling you, sometimes there are thoughts that just get put in your head. And you're like, oh, that thought came out of nowhere. No, that's electromagnetic currency. You have opened yourself to receiving guidance from God, creator, the divine, like, it's electromagnetic currency. Like, you just have to calm yourself and listen. And when you do that, hey, Ashley, how are you? Oh, this Adele is playing. And you can look at the objectivity of it and see like, oh, I need to be able to, what is the objective of this obstacle? What is the outcome that could be potential here? What is the positivity inside of this? And you start to actually alter your perspective of the situation. And then you got to ask yourself, like, is it up to me to even fix this? Like, is this something that I should control? And the more that you bring in awareness, hello, darling, the more that you bring in awareness to this and you allow yourself, you open yourself up to processing these obstacles that come your way, the more you live in the now. The more that you live in the now, there's no past and there's no future. It's all happening right now. You cannot go to the past. You cannot go to the future. You can only live right now.
That was actually a very good note for it to freeze again and me give up on recording this. Yeah, I mean, imagine listening to this for another like hour and a half. I just cannot. Like the people that watch our live streams regularly, I don't know how they do it. I don't know if there was a single person that was listening to her and actually understood what she meant to say, because I have no idea. I'm stuck on that thing that she said, like, oh, she wants to connect all the people and get them on the same page. Like, what do you mean? Do you want to recruit more people and to prove it? Do you want all people in the world to drink ketones? Like, what are we talking about? Anyway, I'm gonna wrap that one up here. Please let me know down below what you thought about this. As always, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support my channel. That's a nice free way that you can do that. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.